Hey guys, I'm DKA and I am here bringing you game 1 of the first match of my last draft of Dark Ascension and Innistrad. And in this game, my opponent is playing a green-red-white deck, and I am playing my green-white deck. So, I don't know why, but I had it as green-red, but it's really more like a green-white deck. He was sitting a couple of spots away from me, so he definitely cut some cards that I would have enjoyed having in my deck. But he still was far enough that I was okay, I guess, to build a decent deck. But anyway, I start off with a turn 1 Absence Pilgrim, which is, in general, exactly where I want to be with this deck. He starts off with a tapped Clifftop Retreat, so it's not a bad thing to pick up in a draft if you're already planning on splashing a color, which I'm sure he was at that point, because he had already taken a couple of cards that he wanted from Dark Ascension, and, yeah. And then he ends up getting one. It was pretty late in the draft, too. Anyway, I play Mask of Avacyn here, which is just like, it's such a mediocre card. I was running it because I had to, basically. I literally just didn't have any more playable cards that I could run, so I just tossed in that and like Inquisitor's File. I mean, that's really my theory, is just go Equipment Tribal once you run out of once you run out of playables. So usually that doesn't happen to me, but this draft I was a little confused on what I was trying to do, if I was trying to go blue or go green. And I ended up going green, but I'm not really running the blue because I couldn't find any mana fixers. So anyway, got a Mausoleum Guard out turn 3, which is pretty nice, and then he's got an Ambush Viper for me at end step. Here I think is the first mistake of the match for the DKA. He plays a land, I think, and then he's just going to attack with his Ambush Viper. And I decided not to block it here, so I go down to 18, which isn't such a big deal. But if I had blocked it, then I would have gotten the 2 flyers in the air, and I already am pretty sure at this point that I have a card in my hand that I will reveal shortly that would have made it really beneficial for me to have blocked here. But anyway, getting those 2 spirits out is really what Mausoleum Guard's job is, and if he can kill an Ambush Viper on the way, then that's perfect. So I really kind of wish I had done that. I think I would have been in much better shape if instead of the Mausoleum Guard right here, if I had 2 spirits. But anyway, he plays a Dark Thicket Wolf at the end of the turn, and then he's going to pass. And like right now, I mean, I can sort of swing in, but if he doesn't block, then I'm really kind of upset. But then here I make another huge error, because I basically thought that I would be able to play my Blazing Torch, toss it on my Avacyn's Pilgrim, and then still equip the Mask of Avacyn to my Mausoleum Guard. But then I realized tapping the Avacyn's Pilgrim to kill the Dark Thicket Wolf would use all my mana, and then I wouldn't be. It would use my mana for the Avacyn's Pilgrim, and then I wouldn't be able to use it to tap down the Mask of Avacyn. But obviously, once I play the Blazing Torch, he's not going to block with his. I mean. He's not going to block with his Dark... I guess he could have blocked with the Dark Thicket Wolf, but I guess he wants me to get rid of my Blazing Torch, as you'll see by the card he plays next turn. But anyway, he doesn't end up blocking, so he takes it and he goes down to 17, which isn't such a big deal. But I would have been able to take him down to 17 anyway if I had blocked last turn, and he just wouldn't have an Ambush Viper on the battlefield, which would have been really, really nice for me, because him having an Ambush Viper is going to hurt pretty soon. But anyway, I tap my Absence Pilgrim, blow up the torch, and kill the Dark Thicket Wolf. So right now he thinks for a little while and then decides to tap 4 and play his Thraben Sentry, which is the reason why I'm saying that I should have blocked earlier, because now he wouldn't have another creature on board, so his Thraben Sentry wouldn't really mean much, and I would be a lot happier. Additionally, if I had done that, then I probably... Well, I don't know, maybe I would have. But either way, I could have equipped the Mask of Avacyn, but starting to swing in for 3 every turn, and I don't know, maybe that would have been a lot better for me. But right now, I'm not really in great shape, but I still don't think I'm in terrible shape, because I still have cards in hand, and he doesn't have much. I have a Fiend Hunter in hand. I guess I should mention that, because that'll actually explain what I do here, which is swing in with the Mausoleum Guard. And see, they ended up trading a couple turns later, and all it did was flip his Thraben Sentry as opposed to doing nothing earlier. But I play my Haunted Fengraf, which I had the whole time, and then decide to use that to sacrifice it and get my Mausoleum Guard. But I don't really know if that was the best choice now that I think about it, because I wasted my entire turn, and I'm not even going to play the Mausoleum Guard next turn. I'm not going to be able to, as you'll see by what he plays. So that really, it was just, the whole situation was bad. Plus, the fact that I ended up losing a land out of it kind of sucked as well. Even though, I mean, like, that's why Haunted Fengraf isn't really the best card, because it takes up your whole turn, and you lose a land out of it. So now I'm down to 4 lands and an Avacyn's Pilgrim, so I have 5 mana available instead of the 6 that I should have had. Plus, I don't know, I mean, it's just so many different things that that calculate into me being unhappy right at this moment. It's a combination of me playing poorly and my opponent playing well as just drawing pretty well. But as you can see, I'm not going to say anything. I swing in for 2 here just to get some damage in with the spirits. I Fiend Hunter his Thraben Militia, his Thraben Sentry, and I would have been able to like torch this Thraben Sentry if I had played correctly, but then I just play my Avacyn's Pilgrim here, and that was another mistake. I probably should have left my Avacyn's Pilgrim alive, but he swings in with his Hollow Edge Beast, so I just fast forward a little bit, and I block pretty much knowing he has the Wild Hunger, so I just needed to make him use the Wild Hunger, otherwise it would just be too big of a threat. But the problem is I lose my Avacyn's Pilgrim and still take 7, going down to 6 life here, so that's really, really terrible for me. Especially since he's got a Wild Hunger Engrave. But, I mean, the next turn I have is pretty decent. He's not really going to be able to do much else. He's got a couple of planes back near the camera, but you can't really see him, so sorry about that. But right now, it's not looking like I am in the greatest position ever. He's got a Hollow Edge Beast on board with a Wild Hunger Engrave. I have my Fiend Hunter, Avacyn's Pilgrim, and 2 Spirit tokens. So right now I think I'm just going to drop the Mausoleum Guard, perhaps. Let's wait and think. Yep. Oh no, I'm actually going to play my Increasing Devotion, my Hollow Foil Increasing Devotion. I know somebody was getting on my case last turn about last video that I said it was hollow, but I'm used to Pokemon cards, what can I say? Anyway, I get 5 human tokens out of it, and then he swings on in there with his Hollow Edge Beast, and I'm going to be like, die. Just go die in a fire, Hollow Edge Beast. I block it with 6 power, so I didn't swing it on my turn. I could have swung in with 1 spirit, probably would have been a better idea because I was planning on doing this the whole time. And he's going to decide to kill 4 of my humans and my spirit, and then play a Festerhide board, so another gigantic thing that I have to deal with. I don't know, I just did not get off to a really, really fast start. Although, I mean, I got Mausoleum Guard out turn 4, but he just kept playing. I mean, he kept playing dudes. Like, he's been playing good creatures since the beginning of the game, except for that, with the exception of that one turn where he played his Wild Hunger. So that was a little bit unfortunate, but I do stick around for a little while longer. I get my Silver Inlay Dagger on my Fiend Hunter, and right now I have to worry about surviving, so I'm going to be able to next turn block his Festerhide board with my Fiend Hunter. And I mean, it sucks that I have to block with the Fiend Hunter, but it is a 5/5 right now because I have the mask and the collar on it. So I'll block with my human. And by the way, look at this right here. He's looking through his graveyard. I didn't actually notice this while the game was going on. I didn't pay any attention to it. And then when I was watching the video, I actually caught on to it, and obviously because he's got a spider spawning in his deck, but I did not even notice that or realize that while he was looking through on his turn. I just wasn't paying attention. He swings in with his Festerhide boar, and I decide to block with the team, and he's gonna obviously just murder the living shit out of my Fiend Hunter. He doesn't use his Wild Hunger, which is fine. I get to keep my other 2 dudes, and he's got his Thraben Sentry, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, he's got a Thraben Sentry, but other than that, I'm not looking too bad. And then he's just like, no, fuck you, spider spawning. But anyway, here is where I'm really upset about my earlier plays about the Fengraf and then having to lose that Avacyn's Pilgrim, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands out. One Avacyn's Pilgrim was 6, and then the other Avacyn's Pilgrim would be 7, the other Haunted Fengraf would be 8, and then I would only be a couple lands short of being able to play Increasing Devotion again from my graveyard. So that would have been really, really cool to get another 10 dudes on my side. I don't know if that would be victory, because he still has those 4 guys, and that's pretty crazy. He decides to put them up to 2s. They're not getting any bigger or anything. It's just easier to tell if they're tapped or untapped, I guess. But either way, this is not looking too happy for the DaisHo. I think I still have Mausoleum Guard in hand, by the way, so I really didn't need to just waste my turn a while ago, take an extra 5 damage instead of just playing the Fiend Hunter out, and as well not have that land for those few turns. Like, I don't know, it just really wasn't a well thought out play. I was like, oh my god, Mausoleum Guard is going to make me 4 spirits. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to win the universe. But and then like even just swinging in, I knew I had the Fiend Hunter to deal with the Thraben Militia, but I wasn't counting on him playing another 5/5, because Hollow Edge Beast usually isn't a card that's run, but in his deck he's got a couple of Wild Hungers, I think, so it's actually really, really powerful to get such a gigantic dude out, and it's like turn 5, it's not even that late. But I mean, he's had a pretty nice curve since land drop 2. He's played different things every single turn for me to have to deal with. So he's gonna play a Strangleroot this turn and then just get in with the team other than Thraben Sentry. First I'm like, I go to block it and he's like, no, not sacking with him, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But anyway, here it looks like I'm just dumb and not equipping my Silver Inlay Dagger, but it turns out that I didn't. Why didn't I block the? I think I should have blocked the Strangleroot with my Mausoleum Guard here. I don't know why I didn't do that, but anyway, he's like, okay, whatever, we'll let damage resolve as it does. He decides not to Wild Hunger, but first I'm going to actually tap my Heveson's Pilgrim and my Forest to play Skillful Lunge on it so it actually survives, kills the token. So that's not the worst thing ever here. Even if he flashes back Wild Hunger, then it's still gonna die. Because yeah, it obviously would. So I basically wanted him to flash Wild Hunger back, and then I would have actually been able to take advantage of that and Skillful Lunge, but he doesn't end up doing it. He doesn't think that he needs to, because he's got another card for me to play. He's got a Mausoleum Guard in hand, and then I think I'm just gonna like draw my next card and realize that this game is so much over, and that I can't win, because like even if I had Increasing Devotion right now, I still don't think I could win. Maybe I could stabilize, but he would still get his. I mean, he still has his Thraben Militia out there, so there's just so little chance that I win with this little life that it's basically over. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this game 1. I'll try to bring game 2 for you tomorrow, and then game 3 the next day. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice day. Bye.